Hey everyone, it's Christy with Crafted by Christy. I have completed the 3 decoupage journals and I'm going to be adding those to my Etsy shop. I want to share with those with you real quick. Hopefully it won't take too long. They are pretty chunky. All 3 are the decoupage covers made from packaging. These 2 are stamped. This one has stickers. They all have reinforced bindings on the inside. I've left 2 of them longer, the little binding part, because I like the fringe, but again, all of this, can be cut off or cut down. On all 3, I have left, sorry, silk's getting hung up. All 3, I have left string for if you want to add beads to the center binding. And they all have lots of charms, lots of pockets, and lots of goodies. So let's get started. I think we'll go ahead and start with the summer. This is how it will probably be listed in Etsy. Again, the binding, the closure is sari silk, has eyelets in the back. This is removable. You can change it if you don't like the color of it. The inside on all have a pocket here, which includes the letter from the bookmaker, and that is, in case you don't know, just a letter that tells kind of what junk journaling is and how you can use the journal. Again, all 3 have a vellum first page that has been embossed. This one kind of looks like, reminded me of July 4th, the starburst looking embossing. This is just a retro collage. This one is just the one pocket. There's some retro stickers here. The other 2 are a double pocket. So, but this one's a single. Each of them have the charm on the outside that I made from packaging, and then I just added a couple more things to it. This one has a popsicle and a popsicle stick. This is tea-dyed paper. I'm sorry. It's watercolor paper. I watercolored and stamped it. And this one isn't sealed, so it's not bad, but it kind of has that sandy feel, like watercoloring. A little pocket with, these are 3 are digital cutouts with just little embellishments in the center. Little coffee filter covered card with some writing on the back. And this is a notepad, just with some scrap papers and a tag. This is scrapbook paper with some, it's like, kind of feels like metal. I'm sure it's like plastic, but it's a trim and the colors kind of change with the light. I thought it was pretty. Little pocket with a cluster on it, some more tags and writing area. This is a felt trim that I've done some crazy sewing on. And I left, on this one especially, there are lots of strings, because I liked how they looked at the bottom and the top. So again, all of this can be changed if you don't like it. A little library pocket with some vellum and goodies in it. This is yarn that I wove in and out of the paper. This was like notebook paper that had the 3 holes, so I reinforced the holes with plastic reinforcements, I guess, and then wove the yarn in and out. Just a frou-frou I tied at the top. This one has 2 pockets with some tea-dyed mini tags, some stenciling, added some stickers and writing area. a little charm here. More crazy sewing, and this is ink dyed paper. And then I fussy cut some popsicles out and glued them down. That's just some writing area. More sewing. I had to be careful on this one because it says grass. And in one of the bookmarks I had made, the G and R would cut off. And I'm like, oh my goodness, I can't put that in there. So again, this one has really crazy sewing on it. Pocket. This has a flip out. Lots of good writing in this book. I have some sari silk sewn on the side of both sides of this sheet. Little curly Q that is holding on because I did not sew this pocket shut. I wanted to leave it open for, and this is a tag that has decoupage napkin on it. There's, I think, several of those in here of decoupage napkin tags. And this is a little corner, little tuck. I like this little tag. It's fabric with music paper wrapped around it and sewn. It's not sewn on, but it's sewn on the tag. And then this paper here is like a splatter painted, but this is scrapbook paper. And the other side of this paper, of course I did crazy sewing, but the other side of this paper to bind them together, because they were only 6x6 sheets, I used washi tape to bind them together. I guess you could have saw it right there, couldn't you? This is just some trim, colorful trim, and some, looks like watercolor paper, and more writing area, writing space. This next sheet is handmade paper. I don't know if you can see, my lighting's terrible, but there are little flowers and things in it. Coloring book and a really pretty colorful charm. This is just a circle. The back of it is just for writing. But I thought it was so pretty. And then the middle pockets on both sides with things in it, goodies in it. Lots of sewing on this. 2 pockets here. I believe this is I believe it has stickers and then just little writing tags. And this is an envelope. And it is full of some stickers and ribbon. And this is another decoupage napkin tag. I put the paper clip on the envelope because I didn't want it to pop up, get hung, and maybe bent, so I just put a paper clip there. More of the handmade, the other side of the splatter digital and writing areas. This is a book, just a little notebook that I have fussy cut out some things and little popsicles and different color paper. This is hinged on, so it can be folded either way. It's made out of recycled cellophane bags. Has a little tag in it. And here's the piece that, of course, has my Crafted by Christy that can be taken off. It's just a tag made out of packaging. And another pretty little charm. And writing areas, writing space. some tickets. This is scrapbook paper, but it just looks like memo pads of some kind. I thought it was really fun, and it has kind of a little texture to it. More crazy zigzag sewing. Be open to whatever comes next. This is a sticker, like a 2D, 3D, whatever. And some writing space, more retro tickets. And there's the other side of that yarn sewing. And on this side of the yarn, I left the strings long if you wanted to put beads on. And then this is a double library pocket, front pocket, and then the back. And the back has a little charm. The library card does. This has just writing space, but I thought this was fitting. Ice cream, wholesale, and retail. And then this can be used, I guess, as little sticky notes, or maybe if you want to use them as tabs on your pages. The other side of the, I love that sound, sorry. If you're not a sound person, I'm sorry. And there is the end of your book. And here is the binding I was telling you. This is actually seam binding, but it was white, so I took alcohol ink and dyed it different colors to match the book. So that's the summer one. And this will be the beach. This one has sari silk as well, and eyelets in the back. And this was the first one I done, so my intent was to just cut slits, not put eyelets, and I didn't think it was strong enough, so I put a double band on here that is collaged, and then I changed my mind and put eyelets. So that's the reason there's a double band on the outside and inside of this one. I love sari silk, but man, it gets all the edges spraying. I need to trim that, I guess. And the inside has a double band as well. And then this one has, kind of looks like, I think of it like bubbles fabric that is reinforcing the spine. And here is the little package charm, and seize the day. Put some little bling on the front. These are tea-dyed paper that I printed on and collaged. They're also collaged, so they're smooth. This is not smooth, but these are smooth. And then the first sheet is the pocket with the note from the bookmaker, and I said each of these had two, but they don't. This one just has one pocket. And this embossing is like the waves, and I just took some ink and kind of highlighted some spots to make it look more like waves. This is some scrapbook paper. All the sheets in this book have ripped edges, torn edges. This is the only one that does. And I let the cover on this one is a little shorter than the inside, because I wanted those sheets, those torn edges to show. The only one that doesn't have a torn edge is this one, the tea dyed, because it has, well, I'll show you when we get to that one. The other side, I believe, has weaving on it, so I didn't tear the edge. And the first page has a pretty little safety pin charm with a tatty tab. That's Carrie's Mixed Media. She makes those, and I think they're really cool. That's where I made this, but that's where I got the inspiration, was from her. This is a 2-pocket library card. Has tags in it, little collage with some knitting and fabric. Sea turtle stencils. And this is a flip-up corner note writing space. A little notepad. This is an over-the-top both sides have tags. That come out. Trying to see if the backs, I think they're double-sided. Yeah. It says sand between your toes. And it just hangs over the edge. Can be moved wherever. And another little charm. Kind of looks like it's got a pearlescent look to it. And tea-dyed paper that I thought reminded me of bubbles, water bubbles, and a fish, a little bit of coral. It's probably hard to see, but it is tea-dyed that way. And then another tatty tab, a pocket with crazy sewing, and this is an embossed picture where I'm in that chair in my mind. It's embossed. This is a catalog picture embossed to some packaging and glued. This is another little library holder. These are the post-it notes, but you can also use them as tabs. And I think this one is actually a sticker. It's thick, but maybe I glued it to something. I did. I glued it to packaging. Palm trees on the scrapbook paper. Just some, this was already embellished with the beads. Sorry silk that I glued to this pocket. Some goodies in there. This is the other side of that page. That's the reason it's not torn. I put reinforcement holes and I wove sari silk in through it. And this is a brad. These sunglasses are a brad on some of these flowers. Some more stenciling. A tag pocket. If you can see the seaweed stenciling. This ink dyed paper is so pretty. It has blues and greens mixed into it, and the way they were laying on each other, it looks like it's truly under the ocean because these little water bubbles. Another curly Q with a writing space. This little pocket, I believe, is a double tab. One in the back, and then this one just has like a little writing area, writing space. Thought that was cute. Yes, it is a double pocket. I can see it now. And this is a side pocket. Little writing space. This one is the one, I put a fun stuff at the top, but I found this little, I don't know if you can, it says Paradise Found. It's just a little, I don't know where I even found that. It might have been at the bottom of some scrapbook paper, and I thought it looked perfect on here. More writing space on these tags, crazy sewing, embellishments. This is, yeah, music paper. And I don't know what happened to my, I thought I had this clipped on, so I will have to get it clipped on if not. Oh, here it is. It is a charm paperclip with charms on it. There's two boy, that's hard to say this early in the morning, with a seashell and a starfish. And then this is just some writing space, handmade paper. And this is more of that textured scrapbook paper. I have hinged the two together with washi tape. This is fabric paper, which is paper that you collage to napkin. I think this one's I don't know if you collaged to something. I don't remember if this is packing paper. Kind of has some thread in it. It turned out really pretty. I believe this is either made out of paper towel holder or toilet paper. And I have embossed it and painted it with acrylics. It's kind of blues and browns. I'm not sure if it's showing up, but... And then the inside is ink dyed papers. Just a little scrapbook. But I thought it was pretty. And then just a couple of tea-dyed mini tags. This is a over-the-page hidden paperclip. And this sheet was actually supposed to go in this book. And I got all done and found it. So I went ahead and put it in the book for writing space. The back of that, more writing. Little fringy tab. Music paper that I've stenciled some coral and fish. Another pretty charm. And here is my Crafted by Christy on some writing space. This is packaging that I've put paper bag on this side and I stamped on this side for writing. Seashell stencil, sorry. Tea-dyed paper. This pocket is a double with a little tea-dye tag. This is a coffee filter decoupaged card. More tag, writing space, a little stencil of another seashell. Forget it, Christy. Shell. How about just a shell? Another shell. And a little tag that I was hoping looked like a bubble with some sari silk. That really pretty paper. Man, I wish that would show up. This says, "Meet me by the sea." I've just crazy sewn some ribbon and lace, or ribbon and trim on the side of this. You can see how many times I sewed. I thought it was pretty. I switched the colors of the thread so it would match the book. And then a little side tuck. More writing over here. And this little pocket. This is a double pocket. More of the fabric paper. I did include this. It's a really neat textured paper, but I thought if it was a gift, it says 2 and enough space to write could put myself. More writing, another charm, just writing space. This opens up. It's like a faux postcard. It's just scrapbook paper. This is another one of the open up, can fold both ways, hinged, made out of recycled cellophane bag, has a tag in it, lots of stickers. And this piece I sewed instead of hinging it and put washi tape. I thought it looked kind of pretty. And that is the end of the beach book. Or the sea, or not sure exactly how to be listed. They're all going to be one listing, but you can pick which one. This one I didn't have sari silk, the color that I wanted, so I used 2 strands of crinkle seam binding as a collaged front. And there is the other charm made out of packaging. These beads are actually paper beads that I made. So I did make this where you could certainly take it off, because I know my paper bead making leaves a lot to be desired. And this in the back is supposed to be crinkled around this. It kind of gets flattened out, but I like the crinkly look. And this one also has the eyelets in the back. This is the textured napkin that was collaged on this one, so it has a lot more goodness. The inside of this one is reinforced with muslin that I stamped with a wording stamp, left it a little above the edge. This is just a collage that is not a pocket, but there is 2 pockets in this one. The note from the bookmaker and then some extra writing space. This vellum is embossed, but it is really hard to see. It's kind of flowery, these lafleurs or whatever you call them, like is on this page. You can certainly feel it, but it is hard to tell that it's there. And some stickers, crazy sewing on this one as well. Some tags, embellishments, more stickers. This piece here is 2 book pages sewn together. This side is watercolor, so it still has the sandy feel. Tags in there. And this side is painted with a jelly plate, and then I stamped it and decoupaged over the top, so it has a rougher texture. And there's tags in this pocket. This is digital paper. This has a little pocket here and a charm. I didn't sew this one so that it could be opened up for writing space. Has some washi tape on it and tags. This is a butterfly that's embossed to tea-dyed paper. This tea-dyed paper had stencils laying on top, so this looks like a flower, kind of like a little sunflower sewing around the edge. This is actually 2 pieces sewn together. And a little flip out for writing space. Wallpaper. This is tea-dyed wallpaper. This is a library card with two pockets and goodies in there. This is some of that sandwich paper. I just think it's fun to play with. Thought it would be fun to either write on or do things in your journal. And this is a kind of like an information card. I thought it was a postcard, but they're old. You can see this isn't tape that I put on there. This is actual tape that's just aged from the card. And here's more of the tea-dye that had stencils laying on top. And I sewed at the bottom of this one. More goodies, tatty tabs on a tag that I sewed on. This is the flip-up corner. Has a little frou-frou paper clip on it, but it does flip up for writing space. That is the dotted paper that's tea-dyed. Scrapbook paper that's really pretty, and I meant to put this pocket on this side, so I didn't take up your writing space, but I put it on the white side for whatever reason. I guess I just shouldn't have done it that day. And this is a 3 pocket holder. There's 1, 2, and the one in the back. And it has some little gold flecks. This is kind of like that cellophane bag stuff that I put gold flecks in and then sewed it up. This is a sticker on the front of this one. This is some scrapbook paper, textured scrapbook paper that I put washi tape to hinge the 2 together. And this is a pocket collage I made from decoupage napkin. Tag. Another tag. This one has a little charm on it. Curly Q. Tea-dyed coloring book. And because I felt bad for, well, I was going to probably put it in here anyway. Here's a charm that has a little heart clip. But I put this piece in here for extra writing since I took that whole white page and put a pocket on it. Not sure why. This is just a fake newspaper, but it's craft paper. So it's good writing paper. And then this little clip has a heart, which I thought went with the newspaper. It says something about, oh, the newspaper's called the Love Journal, so I put that on there. This is more of the handmade paper. It's kind of an orangey color. Hope that's coming through. And this is music paper with music washi tape and crazy sewing. There's decoupage napkin tag. This tag I sewed some lace trim onto and put a little grungy tag with a stamp on the back. More writing space. Collage. Handmade paper. Tea-dyed paper that has the really pretty washi tape. And this is the coloring book tea-dyed. Here's the other side of that hinged scrapbook paper that's textured and crazy sewing. A little flower there, flower sticker. Here's a over the page hidden paper clip with some more writing space. Doily and lace I put on that one. This one is die cuts, flowers. More writing. The matrix, dot matrix paper that's tea-dyed. Oh, that's so pretty, that tea-dyed paper. Tea-dyed wallpaper has a little fabric corner tuck with some little tags. And there's my charm with a key and just a shiny piece. It's on there with a safety pin. This is just a little paper clip I had made a long time ago with offcuts. And this is a scrappy notebook. It's got some fabric, some stencil, make today great. And just exactly that, just scraps. It's a scrappy notebook. It has lots of stenciling and sewing and different kinds of pages in it. This is another fabric tuck with some writing space. Has some little leaf charms on it. And this is a doily piece. And there is the back of that really pretty scrapbook paper. And the collage paper with more tags. Another notebook. The watercolor paper. More writing space. This cluster, I think, ooh, it is a pocket. We need to put something in there. I will put something in there. I have this pretty vellum. I'm going to put it in there. Just like that. I can't believe I forgot to put something in there. And here's the back of that with a library card pocket with more tags. And in the back of this one, I did not put the hinged one on because I loved this paper. I thought it went with this book so well. So it was really too big to hinge width-wise, so I just put it in the back of the book. I guess you could still hinge it if you want to. Do anything you want, I guess. And this is just a large tag with a pocket and a tag. A little decoupage card is on that. And then these are just some retro stickers. Look like tickets. And it's got lots of fun stuff on this bag. So I just laid it in the back. is the end of the vintage book. So thank you for watching. Thanks for taking time to go through these with me. I will have these listed in my Etsy shop, hopefully before this video goes up. And like I said, they'll all three be on the same listing, but they'll be separate ones. I think I forgot to tell you they each have 60 pages. And I'll have the dimensions. I was going to measure it for you, but I'll have the dimensions and all that in the Etsy listing. They are smaller smaller books. This one is a little bit smaller width-wise because I wanted the pages to stick out more. This one sticks out a lot too. But I'll have all that in the Etsy listing, Crafted by Christy Shop. And again, thank you so much for watching. I will see you next time. Thanks.